Abdullah, what's happening in Speaker's Corner?
Speaker's Corner. It is simple as a small group, a handful of religious debaters. For politeness sake, let's call them religious debaters. These religious debaters has turned to dirty tactics, toxic behavior, and they are aggravating, provoking, and inciting hatred. And what they're trying to do is target our youngsters, primarily our youngsters, because very seldom you ever see them engaging with mature debaters, mature religious debaters. They target the youngsters, and they target them with in a manner that is provoking and inciting, hoping to get an aggressive, violent reaction out of them. So how they do this? They will insult their young people's mother. They will insult your wife. They will insult the woman. They will insult your prophet. They will insult your religion. And they have this insulting way in order to provoke a reaction from the youngsters, hoping to get a violent reaction. And then they will say, exactly, this is what Islam teaches. And this kind of behavior is very dangerous. And sometimes these so-called religious debaters, they try to whitewash this as if this is Christian evangelism. They try to whitewash it as if it is religion. Is this freedom of speech? This is not freedom of speech. This is not religion. This behavior is not dawah. This behavior is a behavior of hatred. And I can only assume it's driven by one of five things. Number one, this kind of behavior of insulting people's mother, using and misquoting religious texts, insulting the prophets. A person could behave like this, assumingly that it's an emotional reaction. Someone in a very hot debate, and emotionally, someone said one thing and it triggered a series of reaction. So it could be an innocent, in the emotion reaction, and then we become remorseful of what we say. That could be the case. That's number one. Number two, it could be the people who, with this toxic behavior of inciting hatred and hoping to get violent reaction from our youngsters, it could be that this is well intended. It's well intended to get this kind of reaction in order to exercise their hatred or their point, their hatred for Islam, or to prove the Quran teaches this violence, and let me show you how the Quran teaches violence. Listen, I'm going to say this to him and look at how they're going to react. So it could be well intended. And number three, it could be a mental health problem. So this small group of individuals who call themselves religious debaters, they're doing this because somewhere in the background they have mental health issues. Right? Or it could be individuals looking for fame, looking for glory, looking to make a name, or trying to show off. And in order to show off, they pick a religion that appears to be prominent. Or it could be a combination of people having mental health issues. They're also looking for fame, and they choose to demonize someone else's religion to get that kind of attention. So it's an attention-seeking issue, but the consequences are severe in the sense that something could start very innocently and turn out to be something without order. It could just end up like wildfire. So our silence in this matter is not going to help it. And let me say this, let me make this very, very clear. There's lots of very good conversations, productive debates that happens in Speaker's Corner off camera. So it's not fair to suggest that anybody looking at Speaker's Corner to say that Speaker's Corner is all bad influence and bad character. And no, lots of productive conversations, lots of good people with productive conversation, learning in a very diverse environment, religious diverse, politically diverse, race diverse, educational wise, and this is quite very healthy. So, and a lot of healthy conversations do happen there, and sometimes they don't happen on camera, And sometimes when they do happen on camera, they may not get the amount of hits, they don't get the amount of likes, they don't get the amount of popularity. But good things do happen there. I bear witness to that. But this behavior has to be addressed. We cannot be silent about it. And what we have to do is give some kind of advice that we must not allow ourselves to be instruments for satanic work.